Dude, you've been a pain in my fucking ass, man. This whole time. This whole goddamn time.
Me. I'm the one who's been wanting to record every day since you've got back.
Correct.
And it's taken weeks.
You've been acting like I've been doing fucking nothing, dude.
We promised we were going to have a weekly episode, and that hasn't even been happening.
I know it hasn't.
I don't even know what you've been up to. I don't know what you're doing.
Because you're in
I never know what you're doing.
You took over that rack over there, and you formed into Raleigh Pierce, and you just sleep all day.
All right, one day.
Yeah, one day.
That's not
okay.
That's not even.
That's accurate.
But yeah, we haven't even been able to record. This is like weeks.
We've been busy. I've been busy, dude. I stood 3 days in a row of 4 to 8 in the morning. The last thing I want to do is sit down and talk to your ass.
That should be the first thing you want.
But guess what? It's not.
Well, that's why we came out super hot right now.
Yeah, I'm on fire, dude.
Yeah. Whew, okay. Well, Mike's back. He's back for our next episode.
Yeah, where are we anyway? We're like south of the equator somewhere.
Yeah, we're floating really far from Hawaii, which was our last place where we were able to upload stuff and whatever.
I mean, I wasn't able to do anything there, but yeah. So I
okay.
I show up to the boat, right? I fly into Hawaii from Seattle. I get there. I got a buddy there. And so
I didn't even see you in Hawaii either.
I know. Well, I was busy. I was camping and uncamping because we camped one night and then it rained and it was windy and we were up all night trying to fix this tent that kept banging me in the head. So he buys this 8-person tent and there's 5 of us there. And we get there to this campsite and he gets his tent out. Not even gets it out though. It's in the fucking box. Like, taped up. He bought it on Amazon. It's in the box.
Still in the Amazon box? Which then needs to get open, then open the actual box?
It wasn't in the Amazon box, but it was in the box that was inside the Amazon box. So we do that and unpack and get it all set up. It's all windy and it's a pain in the ass to get this 8-person tent. It's not just like your normal 4-person tent where you got 4 corners and you pop it down and you're good to go. No, it's got rods everywhere. And so I'm sleeping in the corner of this thing after drinking a bunch of beers that night. And I wake up at like, I don't know, 2 in the morning. We went to bed at like midnight, 1 o'clock. And this, like, one of the rods just like banging on my head. Just banging and banging. It's the wind is just windy as all hell. And so we get up, we move some vehicles around and like tie the part of the top of it to the fucking car doors just to try to block the wind. And sure as shit, it worked a little bit and got a couple hours of sleep, but woke back up and then we're like, we were supposed to camp the next day too. We were supposed to be camping the next day and we're standing there or whatever and I'm like, I don't know. We had no food in our bellies or anything, and
just beer.
Yeah, just beer from last night, the night before, and contemplating packing up and leaving. And they're looking at where else could we go, and the weather's shitty everywhere else. And it's like, yeah, you know what? We'll pack up. So we go. As soon as we say we pack up, it starts to downpour. It's pouring like crazy. And so it took us about maybe an hour to get all this stuff packed up because he's got a buddy that had bought a smoker and he was waking up like every other hour throughout the night to check on this meat that he had in this fucking smoker. Yeah. So we had to stop that experiment of the smoking and load the smoker up into the truck and get all packed up. And he takes off. This other guy takes off and he beats us out of there and because we're in my buddy's truck, and we pull out, and this fucking Christmas parade is just starting. I'm like, fuck, I'm hungover, I'm hungry. And it's like, we pull up, 9 a.m., starts. lasts for a fucking hour. I'm like, God damn it, dude. But it was a good time.
Yeah, so speaking of that weather, don't if you haven't been, don't think of Hawaii as like, oh my god, it's like so sunny and beautiful and warm. No. So your plan, we weren't hanging, we know, we were there at the same time, but we weren't hanging out. Your plans got ruined. My plans got, I mean, just completely demolished. All I wanted to do was skydive. That's all I wanted to do there.
Yeah.
And
That's how you die, though.
well, maybe Mother Nature was
Whoa.
preventing that from happening.
Look at me. I'm
because-
skydiving. Oh, now I'm dead.
Well, that could have been me. So, the Saturday morning, already lined up, paid and everything. I get a call. Oh, sorry, sir. All skydiving has been canceled today due to weather.
Is that how they sounded?
No, they were actually nicer.
Oh.
They sounded they're much more nicer. I'm just still bitter about it because it's the only thing I wanted to do.
Okay.
And to top it off, I've like never had a bad experience with Airbnb. Oh my god! Let me take it back. It's not the Airbnb; it's the hosts of the places. Absolute worst.
Right,
Like it was
because-
just one thing after another. Like all our plans were just
Because
crumbling.
the founder of Airbnb didn't come up to you and just destroy your
No,
plans.
he showed up and was like, "You can't stay here."
I'm Mr.
guy."
Airbnb, and
Yeah.
you are no longer welcome to stay.
I don't know whose place this is, but you can't stay here anymore. But the customer service was amazing. So we booked this place. We booked the place, and there's rules. Everybody, if you use it, you know the rules. You can't just be like renting an apartment and then be like, oh shit, I need it's a episode of Broad City where they start like renting out their rented apartment to people. They need money. This person was the shadiest. It was like, okay, so and that's the thing too, is I read this in a whispering, like I I was reading the description, but I naturally wanted to whisper. It's like, okay, upon arrival, just walk past the front desk and don't make eye contact. Don't do anything to the person at the front desk. If you see any of the neighbors, just don't talk to them. And if they approach you, just say you're my cousin. I mean, the first two sentences of this thing was just, okay, this is shady as
I'm the pool boy.
yeah, like, yeah. Oh, I'm the. If you happen to have a tool bag, bring it with you and say you're the maintenance man and walk up to the place. It's like, it was like, okay, just sketchy. And then sure enough, we're like 30 minutes from checking in. They haven't even given us the code to like the lockbox or whatever. So we're like calling, texting. And then finally they get back to us after. And then it's like, oh, sorry, we had a prior, the previous tenant made a big mess in the restroom and we had to like clean it up and call a plumber.
They made a mess?
Yeah, there was a mess. So they had to
Like what would
cancel our
What kind of mess though? Like,
that's all that was said, was there was a mess
in the bathroom.
in the bathroom and a plumber needed to be called in. So we're now the night of, and we're like scrambling. Now we're like, well, what the hell, man? So then it's like, well, we have similar listings and we can assist you if you'd like to. And this is the host. It's not even, so the host is obviously hosting other sketchy ass rented out apartments. So like, yeah, here's this one. They even send us the link. And then we're like, okay, cool. We'll take that one. And then we do the process of like, okay, just go ahead and book it. And then we won't charge you extra. It's going to be the same fee. So we're like, okay, cool. And then within the few minutes that it took us to just basically click okay, they're like, oh, sorry, somebody else booked it. So we're like, well, then, you sent us this. We should have some sort of like priority, or like, well, why would you tell us to come here? And then it was like, oh, and so then we just now we're dealing with like the customer service at this point, and they're like super helpful. They're like, okay, just stop talking to that person. We're gonna find you something. So whatever. They end up finding us another thing, and it was this what I don't even
So that kind of happened to my mom.
really.
Yeah, when she came out to Seattle after Trevor was born.
Mhm.
So she came out early because my dad flew out and my brothers flew out, and she came out early so Tracy and I could go to the Seahawks Packers game.
Mhm.
And so she was in an Airbnb like right down the road from our apartment, and I think she stayed one night there because she flew in like on a Wednesday night, and then Thursday night was the game. And I think, or maybe she flew in, I don't know what day she flew in, I don't know, it was so long ago. But so she was there, and then the next morning, like, she gets up to take a shower, and it's just like the bathtub is just filling with water as she's showering. And so, like, and she said, like, it was like somebody's house, but then, like, she walked down this little path or whatever to the back of their house, and it was like another little, I don't know, 1-bedroom, whatever. And so they're like, I think they ended up giving her money back or some of it, but then she couldn't find any hotels to stay in.
Yeah.
So because it's like a week before Thanksgiving or whatever, and that the next night or whatever was the or is the night after the Packers game, whatever. So people are in town or whatever for the game and whatnot, and so she had to stay in downtown Seattle in a hotel. But then it didn't really matter because that Saturday was when my dad flew in, and then my younger brother flew in, and they got another place for like the week. But it's kind of a similar story of a mess in the bathroom.
Yeah. And then this was a Saturday night in Waikiki. Like, oh my! I mean, they were literally disappearing by the second. Like, oh, here's one, oh gone. Here's one, oh gone. And it was just like, oh, dude, what is happening right here? And yeah, we ended up. Oh, dude, and to top it off, this place was like $150 cleaning fee. We go in and it's like, dude, no.
Wait.
Obviously, this didn't happen to the previous.
Wait, you had to pay $150 for
That was part of the whole package deal.
Oh, and then you get in there, and then it's like.
Well, I mean, like the beds were made, you know, like,
Yeah,
like
like
somebody
with, like, the
attempted.
Right, the beds were made with the sheets that the last person slept in.
Yeah, they probably didn't even wash them. Or
Doubtful.
You know, I mean, that's.
Wait,
I wasn't thinking about that at the time. I was just like, I just need somewhere to.
So did you get reimbursed for your skydiving?
Well, I called, and they said they gave me my money back, but we're gone. We left. I have no means of like
you have
actually
no idea.
checking. I have no means of checking. There's zero internet, zero connection, zero whatever. So, and that's another thing too. The Airbnb.
How much was it? How much was the?
Oh well, it was actually just a deposit. It was just a deposit, but it was for 3 people, $50. So that's $150 right there.
On top of the $150 cleaning fee, that's $300.
Oh well, and I ended up using my card because
That's perfect.
Burns, you the listeners will meet Burns later. He was like, "Oh man, my card's not working." I'm like, "Oh my god, dude!" So now I need to, which reminds me, I need to remove my card from his Airbnb account.
He's probably lying.
Oh, absolutely. So they're gonna so they start like reimbursing us random, like, oh, we're gonna take this off. So I ended up putting like another $90 on my credit card, but they're gonna they should have like reimbursed like 60 or something. So like whatever, I'll pay an extra $30 from what the original full price was, which wasn't that bad. So now I've got these like mysterious just refunds that are supposed to be happening, but I have no clue. I have no clue if they actually showed up, and then by the time I actually get service, they're of course not going to know who the hell I am or what the hell I'm talking about. So I'm just considering I'm taking the loss. I'm taking the
Hell
loss
of a life experience.
Yeah. So don't skydive in Hawaii, or you know, just don't go in in December.
Also, you know what else you don't do? You don't get underway on a ship without thinking about what you need to bring with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You don't leave home without the necessities, with the absolute most important.
like granted,
Like, all right, we could even like just ask a complete stranger, like, hey, you're gonna go on a trip, you're gonna go somewhere for, I wouldn't even say 3 months, I'd say 1 week. They'd be like, the first thing they would say, oh, soap.
they wouldn't say that.
They would absolutely. People
they
would
wouldn't.
bring a toothbrush, toothpaste,
Absolutely.
soap,
Right, I got that covered. No, I mean, not the
and underwear.
right. I got all that. Not all of that, but I got most of that. So I was busy. I was I wasn't on the ship for like almost a month. I didn't know what was here. I didn't even really think about what I all had here, and I don't know. So I get back to the boat in Hawaii, and it was a long weekend of drinking, and so I get back Sunday night. Well, yeah, I get back Sunday night, and I'm feeling pretty good, and I'm just really tired though.
Saucy.
Yeah, really tired, and I wake up the next morning for work and take a shower, and
No, you're not. You haven't even. You're getting ready to, and then that's when it hits you.
no.
So then, what the hell did you use that day?
I had the tiniest amount of body wash left in this thing. Like I think when I woke up I was still drunk.
Probably.
Cuz when I came back to the boat on Sunday night, it was like we woke up Sunday morning, went to the gas station, bought some ice and beer, and
Beer and Masubi.
and football starts in Hawaii at like 8 a.m. So it's like it was a long day of drinking, watching football, and my buddy had a good setup at his house outside with like 3 TVs, and it was just football all day long, and so I get back to the boat and drop my stuff off, and well, it was like on my way back, I have no idea where I'm going. I have no idea where the boat's at. I'm calling Bacchus, and I'm calling Prinny, like, hey, where am I going? Because I'm in this Uber, and he's like, where are you going? I'm like, I don't know. And so I call him, and he's on the phone, and then I hand the phone to the Uber, and he just pulls over, and I see Prinny walking out, and he helps me carry my bags on boat. And he's like, all right, we're going to the bar over here. And I'm like, shit, all right. So the next morning I take a shower, and I got like the little bit of body wash left in this thing, and I'm like, oh shit. I think I have another one in my locker. And so that's the first thing I do after I shower is I open my locker. Well, no. The first thing that happens is I say, hey, Dan. Dan. Yeah, huh? I'm like, what? What?
Oh, yeah, that was
what-
even better.
I'm like, what time do we have to be up for work? And you're like, what are you doing up so early? I'm like, what do you mean? You're like, it's 4 o'clock, dude. And I was like, what? No. And Burns had watched the night before, the mid-watch, so he was
He
sleeping.
was up all night. So now he's listening to this conversation of one person, me, who has absolutely no clue what time it is because I showed it to you too. My
Yeah.
phone said
4
a.m.
And it was 7.
7. So
And
I
I'm
was
like-
very late.
I look at my phone, I look at the clock in the room, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's 7. Like, Burns, what time is it? He's like, what, 7? I'm like, what the fuck? And so then I go and look at my locker and rummage around, and I don't see any body wash in there. So I've been, when did we leave Hawaii?
I don't know. 2 weeks.
The
Or,
7th, 8th, 9th. So like the 10th. We left it on the 10th. So I haven't showered since the 10th. But no, thank God for you. You have a.
well, first you go. Hey man, I don't have any soap. And I say, well, I guess you got to use that bar of lava over there.
This degreaser, this bar of soap.
So if you know what lava is, I said, well, I guess you got to use the bar of lava that we have, and or you're just gonna have to go buy. A
So
bar
I'm
of
not. No,
soap.
I'm not. I got plenty of your soap in there until we get to Australia. Because once we get there, we need to go to a store so I can buy some soap.
Yes.
But hopefully, there's this. We got a couple boxes in here from Tracy.
Ooh, yes.
I mean, obviously, my box is bigger than the one that she's giving you.
Yeah,
It makes
I
sense.
know.
So I'm hoping that
There's some soap
there's
in
some
there?
soap in there. There's some body wash. Because I also, you know what else I needed to do before we left? I needed to buy a new pair of boots. You know what I didn't do? I did not buy a new pair of boots.
Yeah.
You know what I did? I emailed Tracy yesterday, and I said, hey, I need a big favor. I said, here's the address to McMurdo, Antarctica. Could you mail me some new boots? Because these are getting torn up from crawling around in the bilges and like being down in the equator. Like it's not cold.
No. It's think of the coldest day you've ever experienced. It's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
The complete opposite.
The engine rooms are above 110 degrees.
One of them 154.
Yeah, it's pegged out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I need a new. So this is not my my first time being underway on a ship either. That
was another comment. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Somebody who prides themselves on being out at sea for so long, as many years as you have,
because I just
forgot.
I just found out last
soap.
week that I've reached 7 years of sea time,
Yeah.
and I'm acting like this is my 7th day at sea.
And even that, the kids who do show up and it's their 7th day probably have multiple bottles of soap with them.
I wouldn't go that far. Have you? Come on.
Oh yeah.
Let's not go that far.
Speaking of soap, though, do you like bars of soap?
I don't.
Is that a thing anymore? Do people
No.
use bars of soap?
Like I remember when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and I'd get a washcloth out of the closet, and I'd go
Yeah.
in and use this bar of soap on the washcloth, and then wash up.
Yeah, it was the poor man's loofah.
Yeah, but since I've moved out of my parents' house when I was 18 years old, I don't think I've ever bought a bar of soap.
No.
It's
like,
been
I don't.
it's been loofahs and body wash.
Yeah, and then like, even if it's like your own house, like it's your own place. Like if to set the bar of soap on the little ledge, it still creeps me out.
It creeps me out too. You know who uses bars of soap?
Tell me.
Burns.
Oh, yes, and like I said, you will meet this character later.
Because you know what he said to me. He said I use the bar of soap now, and then I have this pump body wash that I can use when we're in water conservation and in the ice, because it's quicker for a shower.
I don't even
understand that either.
I don't.
I don't. That some of the shit he says I don't get.
So yeah,
Yeah,
bars
but
of soap. I don't.
Bars of soap, I don't like them.
I don't get it anymore.
Not even when we're crossing equators and time traveling and going ahead and moving the clocks backwards and moving the days forwards.
I don't even know what today actually is.
Like
I have
in the
no
real
clue.
world.
I have no clue what today is. Is
Like
it today that we're changing time again?
I have no idea.
I think it's today.
I don't know. There's a clock in our room right now that says 11:11 p.m.
The clock. Where's my phone? Oh shit. That says 11. My phone says 9, and I'm pretty sure my watch says 10.
And that clock says Friday, and I'm pretty sure it's
Oh, yeah.
it's not Friday where we are right now.
It's Saturday.
Saturday.
My phone says Saturday the 22nd.
Right.
The digital wall clock says Friday the 21st.
So we're gonna have Christmas a day at sea before any of our loved ones are gonna have Christmas.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be Christmas, and it's gonna be Christmas Eve for them. So Santa will lay his sleigh on our flight deck.
Oh yeah.
He will.
He's gonna do a little vert wrap.
The only thing that can land on our flight deck is Santa's sleigh.
Santa.
Because a helicopter sure as hell can't.
No, it can't. He's gonna use his special reindeer powers to land on board, and he's gonna climb through our stacks.
Our turbine stacks that are blowing 170 degree. Hotter than that, but
he's gonna make his way through that thing and drop some presents under the tree.
Yeah, right in the turbine room.
And so yeah, we're gonna have a Christmas Day special.
But guess when you're not gonna listen to it? On Christmas.
Yeah, it's gonna be well after Christmas.
Yeah. Because there's no way we can do that. we can record.
But we're gonna
See-
upload this a day before
like
they'll know. I see. I can't even
I don't even-
comprehend what's going
like
on.
we're gonna upload it on a day, and they're gonna hear it a day before we upload it. Something along the lines of that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna upload it a day before you.
And back to the point of why you were getting all, I guess I could say butthurt of the fact that we weren't recording. It's like we have there's we can't even upload this shit. We could
I wanted to record this.
I know, I
can't
get
do
it, I get it, but we can fucking do this one, and then right after this one, hit
Yeah.
stop and hit record again and do our next episode.
Hey, what's
and,
up, guys? We're coming to you from another day.
And pretend like it's a fucking different day.
But
No,
we know
nobody
the-
fucking knows.
We know the truth.
They don't even give a shit, probably.
They really don't.
Yeah. But Christmas though.
Yeah. Speaking of Santa Claus, jolly old Saint Nick, when I come into the room at what was it, like
Nah,
5 o'clock?
it was-
before.
yeah, it was
Well, I
like
guess you were getting ready to get up.
no, I wasn't.
Well, you were already up.
I was awake. It was like 5:15, 5:30.
Oh yeah, because you were gonna work out.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't set an alarm to wake up at that time. I was just like when I went to bed, not even that early either. And I woke up at like 5:15. I'm just laying there, and I'm like, I'm wide ass awake right now, and I don't know why. I should probably work out. And so I get my headphones and I go to turn them on, and they don't turn on. So I said, I guess I'm not working out this morning.
Well, back to bed.
Yeah, but I couldn't fall back asleep. And
So-
that's when you came in.
And then like that was still. Well then, shit. It was probably like an hour later.
No, you came in around like 5:15.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. Then I'm in here.
And I
It's pitch black. Coming in just to use the restroom, and then the curtain flies open in his bed,
I flew it open like I've been drinking cups of coffee all morning.
and I lean over in the darkness. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
And I said, I can't sleep.
And I said, "Why not?"
I said, I'm too excited for Christmas. I don't know why that was the first thing that came to my head.
But it made sense. It made perfect sense because as a kid, you're like, "I can't sleep tonight because it's Christmas."
I think I hear Santa on the roof.
I'm gonna catch him. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. We've been super busy, and we're back, and we're gonna record,
More often now. More often.
or just back to back, and you'll never even know the
Right.
difference.
You'll never know the difference. So yeah, we crossed the equator, and they do these line crossing ceremonies and whatnot, and we had a pretty solid station.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We had
Oh, but we can't give away too much because say some of the listeners may not have been a part of this, and we can't give our secrets away too much.
right, but come on,
Yeah.
we can give away as much as we want.
Well, I don't want them to expect what's to come. Ah, whatever. It was
I
a
don't
good
even know
station.
what the fuck you're talking about.
A lot of them thought what we were doing was real.
Yeah, I understand
so
that.
we can't like.
What is there? Do we have a bunch of young listeners that are gonna be like, "Ooh, I'm joining the Coast Guard now," and I'm gonna fuck.
No. Well, they'll think like, oh, when I get to that one, if I ever do this, I know it's fake.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter because we won't be there.
Anyway, it was a good one. It was good. Ours was definitely the best. Fuck it.
Do you not want to talk about it?
I didn't want to give the secrets away, but
There's no fucking secrets, dude. Like, a lot of people thought off the bat that they weren't actually gonna go in the water. It's just that my verbiage,
it was good. It
my
was very
excellent
good.
verbiage, and
So then,
clear
let's paint a picture.
speaking.
Let's paint a picture.
You want to paint a picture?
Let's do it.
You're good.
You did your little.
So we
Well, let's explain what the station is to begin with.
okay.
It's called Walking the Plank.
And
If you've seen a movie ever,
a movie,
you know damn well what walking the plank means. You're going off the side of the boat. You're going into the drink.
so this whole thing is these kids, they're these guys that they've never crossed the equator before.
Even better. We
even-
crossed
the Prime Meridian.
No, the Dateline.
Right. The
Dateline
Dateline and the Equator
at the
same time. That's called the X.
Golden shellback.
Yep. So we do that, and then they ships they do this ceremony thing of where they go split up into teams, and there's team leaders, whatever, and you just have them do silly things all morning, and they wake up and do PT in the morning, and with coveralls on backwards, it gets sprayed in a fire hose, and it's all fun, and then they go through this little obstacle course kind of deal where
It's basically it's a fun initiation.
yeah, they go through this little obstacle course, whatever, where they think that they're getting their head shaved, and it's all voluntary too. You don't have to do it if you've never crossed this before, and so we have, and where we did it last year, we didn't do the X last year, but we did each one of them separately. So they kind of just threw us into the bunch of we were inaugurated.
We were accepted.
Yeah. So we do that or whatever, and they get to a point where they crawl through this net or whatever with a fire hose getting sprayed on them, and then they get a blindfold put on them, and then we had one of the guys, senior chiefs here, put life jackets on them, and they're blindfolded, and I walk over and I lead them up to the plank, and the first thing ask is, can you swim? And they're like, oh yeah. I'm like, all right, well, you're going down pretty far, like you're wearing a life jacket, but it's pretty loose, so we'll go ahead and tighten this up. Tighten it up, and you and Prinny did a really good job at.
No, it was a bang up job
making
on that carpentry
making this plank
construction of this actual handrails
right
from the side of the boat.
Right. Making them believe that the last thing that they're grabbing is these handrails. It was very very believable.
Oh yeah.
And so, I would say a spiel or whatever, or just because we had a couple guys, the first couple guys go just jump straight out, straight out,
like out of control, jump,
just jump, they think they're gonna hit the prop or they're gonna hit the side of the boat on their way down. I mean, little do they know they're not going in the water.
They're jumping.
They're jumping
about a 2.5 inches.
Yeah, to a mat.
Onto a mat.
And then there's you and a couple of the people with buckets of water getting thrown on them in their face. So we had a lot of people that were believing that
they were fooled.
They were fooled.
We got them good.
A lot of them were crossing and covering, crossing their legs, and
it was to the point where they were getting a little too safe. And
yeah.
we're like, all right, that
Yeah.
safety
is getting you hurt.
Yeah, you got to stop doing it.
One guy bashed his knee all up. It was good fun. It was good fun.
But he was okay. He continued through the rest of the day.
Oh yeah. But yeah,
it was a good one. They really thought they were going in.
Oh yeah. You just tell them that there's a small boat out there.
Yeah, they're gonna pick them.
I said as soon as you hit that water, you take that blindfold off, because some of them had it was just rags. Just rags, and they had them hanging down all the way to their mouth, and it's just soaking wet. And I'm like, dude, you want to take that off as soon as you hit the water. You're gonna waterboard yourself.
I think one guy had a complete a beanie on his head.
He did.
And it was wrapped around his chin. It's all right, this isn't even safe to begin with, let alone you thinking you're going into the water.
But yeah, they all went through that, and a lot of them were like, I'm not going in, and they're like, okay, whatever. And then a lot of them were like, well, shit, maybe I am going in.
I saw a few gasps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so Prinny and I definitely had to say, okay, let go of the handrail now.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta let go.
Oh yeah, they didn't want to let go.
You don't have to jump in. You can just step back.
Or the best was, okay, I got you, on you. Okay, on me. I'm gonna guide you out there.
Yeah.
These people wouldn't even move.
All right, this is all on you now. I'd wait a couple seconds. Nope, now on me. Hurry up. But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, so that was a good little time right there. That's one thing that's been happening that we figured was worth talking about.
Yeah, I haven't really had any port call experiences yet other than Hawaii, but that's we go to Hawaii every year.
Yeah.
That's our first spot we go every year. So this year. Our next spot is Sydney.
It's gonna be good.
We'll be there for New Year's.
Yeah.
I heard they put on a hell of a fireworks show.
I'm taking
So-
my good camera, man.
Do you have a bad one?
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
You went to the store and said, "Hey, give me the worst
I
camera
said,
you
hey
got."
man, you got like a
You got like a bad
you got like
camera?
you got like an 8 megapixel? I'll take that.
Yeah.
The guy asked me, well, why do you want this? I was like, well, because I got a good camera. I need a bad
And
camera.
the bad camera. That only makes the most sense.
For when this comes up.
Right.
I
You're like, hey,
have a
I
reference to a
don't.
bad one.
What else did we do? What else? What happened today? What happened tonight? A bunch of
Oh, the fish.
fish. Yeah. Yeah, we had a little swim call today, and
I didn't go.
I didn't either.
I didn't go in because you didn't go in.
Well, I had watch, man.
I know.
Th-
Even
that's
if
a-
you didn't and you didn't go in, I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna go in.
I mean, you were fucking morphed into that rack probably.
No.
When I
I was playing Red Dead.
when I left for watch, you were morphed in.
No, I was not.
You took over Raleigh Pierce's body, and you just fucking slayed there.
I laid there.
And
I
you-
didn't
and
just
yes, yeah,
sleep for
you
19
Fell
hours.
asleep. You fell asleep, and you know it.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I laid down and I rest.
Mm.
My eyes were taking a rest.
They were closed.
Doesn't mean I was asleep.
You were passed out. Hell, you even took a Raleigh shower the other day.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't.
Yeah. And you were using all my body wash.
Oh, my body wash. How about those fish though?
Yeah. What?
It's pretty funny how like everybody I don't think people always become an expert at the activity that's happening like when
in the moment.
in the moment. Exactly. Yeah, so everybody's like, oh yeah, let me put this line over and I'm gonna go fishing, and then it's like, cool, whatever, boom, there's a fish on. Everybody's an expert fisherman.
Yep.
So the person who actually caught the thing, they don't even have control of the thing, their own rod anymore, because the professionals rolled up.
One guy reeled this thing up to the boat, and it's like, so if they ever caught something big off the back there, what is that, like 20 feet? Was that, would you say it's like 20 feet from where?
Yeah, it's far.
From where they're standing to the water.
Like there's no way you're like getting it.
If
up.
you get a big fish, you're not pulling that thing up.
No.
Like, I don't give a shit who you are. You need a gaff.
Yeah,
Something.
and even
and
that.
a long one.
Yeah, and it's not. It's
No.
not gonna happen.
So this guy, who was it? Yeah, fucking he fucking catches this fish or whatever, and then the expert comes in, and I'm pretty sure that this guy knows how to fucking fish, because I think he lived in Alaska for like the last 4 years before he was here, and he looks like he's a fisherman. Like he has the fisherman attire that he wears.
yeah. Now I know. What you're saying.
Yeah.
There was a few fish caught, so now I'm recapping.
Yeah. I wasn't out there for the first one because, like I said, I was on watch. I was working. I was busy.
I wasn't out there either.
Okay. Anywho. So, he reels this thing up, whatever. Someone takes over, starts pulling the line up, and then people
It's
lose.
like he knew what he was doing from the get-go.
People lose their shit over this fucking yellowfin tuna that probably weighs 30 pounds.
Oh, nowhere near.
Nowhere
that.
near?
Absolutely not. I was like 10.
10? That was not 10 pounds.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, it
All
was
right.
about 10.
There's 10-pound yellowfin tuna. And this guy just fucking holds it up like he just caught this fucking trophy. And he wants a picture taken.
Meanwhile, the other
The
guy.
other guy's just like,
I caught that.
Like, what? That wasn't even you.
And then everybody's knows how to expertly like fillet it and
Oh, yeah.
cut it and,
Yeah.
and I think like 15 people touched with their dirty ass hands, like touched just the raw.
Yeah, oh yeah. And they were fucking eating it. It wasn't even dead yet. They were cutting it while it was like, it was still warm. It was still warm, and like, oh, here you go. Here's some raw fish for you.
I was like, don't eat that, please.
No, I wouldn't. As soon as I walked out there and I saw it, and I was like, "Ooh, I wouldn't eat that."
Mm-mm.
But then your guest on the last podcast.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
was he was another one that caught one. He he was pretty exhausted at the end of it. Yeah. This might have been 20 pounds.
No, dude.
You don't think
no
so?
way. No way. No way. 20 pounds. That's a big ass fish.
Okay, well, what
It
kind of
really-
fish was it?
That one was maybe 11 pounds.
What kind of fish was it? though?
It was a bonita fish.
Well, are bonita fish big?
And well, it's what's referred to as a trophy fish. So yeah, bonita fish.
So it
are
was
big.
probably 20 pounds.
This was
This thing was a monster, dude.
It was
It was
the
huge.
babiest of of. This thing was probably a newborn.
Yeah. No, it wasn't, dude. It was pregnant.
It was no, that was the other one. That was
Oh.
the other one.
That was the
That they
yellowfin.
just gutted.
That was
like-
the yellowfin that one guy caught but didn't.
Yeah, like if from my elbow to my hand, like stretched out. They can't see what I'm doing here. But
No,
I'm
no one-
showing
I
my-
mean, I can see.
Like the tip of my finger to my elbow. That's how big
Right.
that fish was. That's
And-
like, but it was kind of fat. So that's what I'm saying. It was like 10 pounds.
Sure.
Dude, 30? That's a big fish.
Yeah. Now, I mean, it probably wasn't 30. The other one, I don't know. The other
Like
one
I'm
had some-
by no means a fisher. I have no clue, and I can admit because there's so many people out there who they just cannot admit.
Oh, a fucking yellowfin, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like-
I didn't know what the fuck it was.
So like, I can admit, and I feel like other people like, oh, they have to like prove like, no, I know what I'm doing when it comes to fish. I have no clue what
Like,
I'm doing.
I-
I've caught like some decent fish because people I go
Right.
with people who know what they're
Yeah,
doing.
like in your fucking video game, dude, that you play.
Yeah,
You go out to the fucking pond with your cowboys
what's his
and-
friggin' name?
fucking
Hosea,
yeah,
Hosea
sure.
and Dutch. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, you're out there catching smallmouth bass all day long.
But in real life, though, I mean, I thought I was like, dude, this thing has to weigh like 30 pounds. Like,
Yeah.
it put up a fight. I mean, it was like, again, you can't see how big I'm holding, but I'm showing Mike. It was like this, and I was like, dude, this thing's gigantic. And then I was like, how much do you think this thing weighs? And they're like, that's about a good, 8-9 pounds. Like, what? No way.
That first one?
No, like the biggest one that like it
That
was a
you've
red
caught.
snapper. I mean,
Oh.
it was a big boy, and I'm over here thinking, oh, this thing,
It's ginormous.
But I mean, it was a pretty big fish,
Right.
and it fed a lot of people. Oh, so which is why I'm like,
Like you're out, you feed families now with your
no,
fish?
I went fishing with a bunch of other people, and we
And you-
we-
and you- and
well,
you-
what we did was we put it on ice right away.
Oh, you didn't cut it up and eat it?
Yeah, and then we
Fresh
took
out
it-
the pond?
and then we took it back, and then we cut it up, and then we barbecued it.
Barbecued.
Barbecued.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just saying, that's
That big, arm's length, elbow to fingertip.
you tell us people how much
How
that
big
po-
is
that
my
mu-
fingertip to elbow?
I want you all to hold your hand out, but like extend your fingers and measure from the tip of your middle finger all the way to your elbow. And for you fishermen out there, give me an idea as to what
Yeah.
that length of,
Right,
of
'cause-
fish would weigh.
Like I like sports, right? But
Mhm.
like the sport of fishing, it's never been my thing. Like when I lived in Alaska or whatever, and we got underway and we fished for halibut or whatever, I got into that just because. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
And we caught some pretty big halibut. I mean, when I say we, I never caught some pretty big halibut. I've caught a halibut or two before, but it was never monstrous. This one dude, he was probably about 6'1", 6'2", and he was struggling with this thing for like an hour, and he pulls this thing up. Finally, we get it up, and he lays that thing flat down on the buoy deck, and he lays down next to it. It was longer than he was.
That's yeah.
Yeah. I think
I wouldn't even know what to even estimate how much that thing weighs.
No, I didn't even remember. That was like 10 years ago. But it weighed a lot.
Yeah, that thing. Again, I wouldn't even know where to begin.
No. Like I remember like me growing up in Maine and in the summer times, like my parents used to rent a little camp for a week in the summer, and when we'd go out and go fishing or whatever, my dad would it had like sometimes these camps or my parents' friends had a boat or whatever, and we'd take the boat out and just go fishing on this little lake or whatever. And I remember my one of my friends growing up, he was there with us, and he caught this small fish, like it was small, and like I think we were like at the age of like where we didn't know how to take the fish off the hook, you know. And
I'll even be honest, that still freaks me out to this day. Taking the damn thing off the hook.
So I think like maybe like one of my brothers had something on, and my dad was like trying to take it off, and so he was taking this fish, and he'd cast it out with it on and reel it back in, and he'd be fucking around, and be like, "Oh, I got another one," and he'd reel it in, and it was the same fucking fish. And then the very next cast, he cast out, he goes, "Oh, I got another one," and he goes, "No, I really got another one." And he got like this big, like to me now it probably wasn't that big, but back then it was fucking huge.
It probably was, because if he was using an actual fish as live bait, it probably caught
It
something
was
pretty big.
it was a largemouth bass that latched around this smaller fish, and he pulled it up to the boat, and it just dropped into the boat, and it just flopped in there. But yeah, that was about that. Like that, I think that's the only fishing memory I have growing up as a child. That's how little fishing I did. I think I caught some like those little tiny sunfish or whatever. But other than that, I don't know. I'll just go to the store, I guess.
I mean, I take, aside from that snapper I was talking about, I don't even really like to say. Look, that was another time I went fishing. I wouldn't even call it fishing. I don't even want. It was just like.
Is this another one of your made-up stories?
No, dude. This was like.
Because I'm telling you, like, you
pretty
did some
sure,
made-up bullshit
No,
before.
dude. So like, okay, like I was present for that, and again, I don't know anything about fishing. I don't know. So, a buddy of mine, I'm like, dude, this can't be, this can't be legal. So there's like a shit ton of salmon, and then the Columbia River is like one of the one of the best places ever to go salmon fishing. Like,
Not Alaska?
no, I said one of. I didn't say
Oh.
the.
Okay.
So we were actually pulling like salmon like this big out,
How big?
like this.
That's big.
That's an
dude.
entire arm's length.
That's
But
like that's
this
big.
dude was like tossing like treble hooks
Oh, you
through a school of them,
you're
and
just
like just
snagging.
and just fouling them.
Yeah. It's called snagging, and it's highly illegal.
I thought so. I thought it was like there's no way this.
You
is
you can't do that.
Like, I didn't think so.
That's one thing I do know about fishing.
Yes.
Is you have to catch them by the mouth.
mouth, yeah.
Right. The hook has to go into the mouth, and then you reel.
It didn't. He didn't have a fishing rod.
Oh. No reeling involved. Just throw it out and,
And
snag
pull it
her on
in,
the body.
and pull it in. I was like, this. I don't know. Like, I don't know what I'm doing to begin with, but I think that's not
No.
how you do it.
No, you thought right.
I didn't partake.
You know who else doesn't know how to fish?
Who?
Burns.
Yeah.
So he was out there tonight fishing, right? They said fish call ends in 20 minutes or whatever, and he decided that he wanted to go fishing 20 minutes and left into the fish call. It's like, okay, dude. And he goes out and he sets up his pole or whatever, and he puts the lure on and he sends it out, and then a couple minutes later he reels it in and all of his shit is gone. And I'm like, dude, did you even tie a knot on that thing? I was like, what'd you do? Put the line through the lure and just fucking, oh, there you go, send it on her way.
I think he just threw it off the. Yeah, he just threw it off the side of the
Yeah.
boat.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't. I don't know. That guy, man. He's our roommate.
Did you see him take that other fishing rod apart the other day?
No. Was it?
I wish you would have seen that. He was like, of course, everybody's an expert.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh yeah.
all it was just like the line was just like tangled, like really far down the reel, like in the spool.
Yeah.
If that's what you call it. I don't know.
I believe your terminology
So
is
like,
correct.
I mean, to me, I would think just, it's gonna be a pain in the ass, but like, take a whole bunch of the line out.
Yeah.
Get to that knot and either cut it off or just reel it back in normal, like get it untangled. No, they started tools started coming out. There was screwdrivers, and then the whole thing just started coming apart. One person like took it apart and put it back together and was like, "Oh yeah, no, this thing's broke. It's broken." I was like, "Well, it is now." And then here comes Burns. Here comes Burns. Yeah, let me take a look at that. Takes this like cover off, and then a spring just like shoots out. I'm like, okay, yeah. I don't even think he noticed. Like I think he thought I was playing when I was like, dude, something just shot out. He was like, huh, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, don't believe me. I mean, we took a time lapse video of him messing with
Was
this
there?
thing.
There was.
Oh, you should see it. It's great. If we can figure out how to put
upload
this on a
this
loop
time.
onto this audio, we should do that.
We probably should.
And they so as popular as this guy has made himself after this fixing / not fixing of this reel, they want to. A couple of our other friends want to make a video of him.
Really?
Calling it Burns doing things. This is a good video. You need to. Who's got it?
Grossman.
He has it.
He's got the video.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty hilarious.
I'm surprised he hasn't come pounded on that door yet.
Putting this thing back together, he literally asked for a lighter.
Wait.
A lighter. He needed a lighter to
Reassemble.
he needed a lighter to, like, I guess there was another spring in there. So he wanted to heat the spring up for I don't know. Again, I'm not a fisherman, nor do I know how to put a reel back together. But again, I know you don't stick a hook in the side of a fish to pull it in, and I also know you don't use a lighter to like put.
And these aren't your normal fishing poles either. This isn't the one where you go and
these are like gigantic. These things are like, I mean,
it's like the ones. It's like the ones where you have to buy the reel separate from the rod.
It's like the size of a jumbo a peanut butter jar. Like,
yeah.
If I can give a description as to what this thing looks like, it's the big jumbo peanut butter jar. Like that's what this thing looks like, and I'm pretty sure that's like hundreds of dollars. It's expensive.
They are expensive.
It looks
like
expensive.
I'm pretty sure the rod themselves are less expensive than the reel that you have to attach to it. Like I don't know. I could be wrong, but I believe you have to buy them separate.
I think so.
Like I think like if you go to a store that sells fishing gear, rods and lures and whatever.
Yeah, they're gonna ask you, "What? Hey, partner, what kind of?
And this isn't.
What are you fishing for?"
This isn't the kind of store where you go and you're like, "Hey, I need a box of worms." Like you're not using worms.
I
out
need
here.
some night crawlers.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know about him sometimes. He just what did he say today? He said someone's fucking with him about where he's going next, and he walked in.
And he does weird things, and he lies.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, I said, I said, shut the fuck up," or something. And then you're an idiot. It's like there's no fucking way.
So we say, there's no way you said that to this person.
Not a chance.
And you said,
yeah, I did.
It sounded like, yeah,
Okay.
I did. I was like, you said that, like, You said that though.
There's not a way.
You said that though.
There's nothing more in this world than I love than to just get fired up about Burns, though. Like, I just see him and I just want to, I love getting fired up. I'm just fucking around with him all the time.
We
or
need to
whatnot,
get
but
him on next.
We will. He'll be on Christmas morning. He can sit there. And
He can sit there and watch us open
He
our
can sit in the
presents.
fucking corner and keep his mouth shut and watch us open our gifts until we invite him on. And I'll tell him that too. We can start recording and we'll say, you sit over there and you keep your mouth shut.
Or I could just we can just pretend that he's talking and then I'll finally turn his volume on.
We can do that. Let's do that. Let's just do a whole fucking show of him talking into a microphone that's not even on.
You could just faintly hear him in the back.
Yeah, you'll be
the background of our mics.
microphones.
Oh yeah, just that way he's not full blown lying to the listeners.
Yeah. Yep. But I am surprised he hasn't come pounding on this door yet.
I'm surprised.
The people that knew that.
Oh yeah, because nobody ever knocks on our door, and then when they think we're gonna be recording, it's just a whole line of people who just randomly need something.
Someone
from
was
us.
gonna walk in the other night when we said that we were gonna record. Like one of the nights, one out of the many that I said, yeah, we'll do it tonight. And then I said, you know what, dude, I'm tired. Like I don't think you understand how tired I was. And then someone I just didn't want to sit here and people just hear me. The whole fucking whatever, how long we do this. But they'd come in and, I thought you guys were recording tonight. Well, if you thought that, what the fuck are you doing here?
Okay, you just knocked our door down, and we would have had to stop what we're doing to deal with you.
Have to stop this whole thing, restart it all over, because I know.
And our luck, it would have been at the very end.
The very end. And I sure as fuck don't know how to edit any of this shit. You've already uploaded multiple viruses onto my computer.
I'm
trying. I don't even know what. You left Seattle with my laptop, and I get here, and it was like.
Well, it's not like I had internet.
I don't know. Yeah, you did. You fucking uploaded the one in Hawaii. Who knows?
No. I used Mikey's
laptop.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't working.
No, because I didn't have interwebs.
To upload it?
Yes.
So how the fuck did you upload it on his?
I used his phone as a hotspot, and then he used the interweb from his phone to his laptop, and then his laptop was the upload.
I gotcha.
See?
Right. But why didn't you record on my computer?
We did.
Then
why? I put that to the hard drive, and then the hard drive, I took the audio.
Why couldn't you just do the fucking the hotspot on the phone to that?
I don't know, because he wanted to use his fancy computer.
All right.
And
that just doesn't make any
And then he
fucking
tricked
sense.
me into buying
you
one
go
myself.
out and you buy your own
That was the
fucking.
most expensive pork haul of my life. I bought
You bought a MacBook Pro.
the newest version of it, and
you bought a couple Airbnbs. You got your fucking skydiving experience ripped out of your heart.
Yeah. So
you spent a lot of money.
So
I didn't spend shit in
so
Hawaii.
I was depressed, and I just wanted to spend a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
That's what people do, right?
You get depressed and you just fucking blow it all. That's what I do.
So what do you think, dude?
I think
Should we?
I think
Go ahead
we
and-
got enough for the next 3 weeks on this one, dude. We don't got to record for 3 weeks now.
Don't you even start that? Don't you start
No,
that?
we'll do more.
Christmas is
We got
coming.
Christmas. We'll
and
do.
That's gonna be a joyous day.
You all can sit there and listen to us open up our gifts.
Oh yeah, you're gonna hear the
wrapping
the
paper
wrapping paper.
and the joy in our hearts.
I can't wait.
I can't either. We can do that. It'll be, well, it won't be Christmas morning though. It'll be after Christmas afternoon. We'll have to go up and I got watch in the morning, and then we'll go get ourselves a hearty Christmas lunch.
Christmas meal.
Yeah.
Feast.
and then we can talk about what we're gonna do for the rest of the day, like where we're gonna eat dinner that night.
Mm-hmm.
Because you heard about that, right?
No. What are you
the
talking
same,
about?
The same shit as last year,
Oh, is this
where we
assigned seating?
Yeah, we gotta you sit where they tell you.
What? But I didn't even bring a tie.
Yeah, you didn't?
No.
Well, I don't have one either.
All right. Well.
We'll figure it out. Yep, that's it, dude. I got nothing else to talk about.
Yeah. So, stay tuned because we're gonna have just a grand old time for our Christmas special extravaganza.
And by stay tuned, he means like when
just listen. Just click next.
Just fucking.
Because you don't have to stay tuned. You just hit next, or,
Yeah.
or let the thing auto go to the
Yeah.
next one.
Yeah. But we'll do that.
So, all right, signing out, people. You keep it real.
We never even fucking said who we are though.
What do you mean?
We didn't even start this. We just started
No,
this
we
up
came
with
out hot.
fire, dude.
Yeah, it was. We needed
Fire.
to just.
We didn't change our name though. We didn't change it to we're still Mike and Dan's popcorn stand.
Yeah. There was, you caught a glimpse of the bad side.
Yeah.
But you were also here to see us hash it out.
I was heated, dude.
He was heated.
Just sick of your bullshit. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, peace out, people.